Good morning. I'm so happy you're here. I am visiting on location at my mom's lavender farm, so I'm so happy to be teaching from this beautiful space this morning. I'm hoping that you can smell the lavender through the camera. If you can't, if you have some lavender essential oil, you could put it in a diffuser or even just put a little bit maybe on your wrists and have that for your practice. So thank you for joining again. I'm glad you're here. If you're joining on YouTube, I'm also really glad that you're here. Let's begin. Let's start with a breath practice just to settle into our own bodies. So if you'd like, you could close your eyes and just take a couple breaths on your own to arrive here in this space, to arrive in your own body. If this is a yoga practice for you that is in a consecutive session, meaning you've come time and time again, your body will begin to know how to do this naturally. So just sense into your own body. I know I have students here today. This is their fifth practice, fifth week in a row. And let's begin Samana breathing. Samana breathing is equal parts. So we'll breathe in till about 4 and exhale at that same pace. If your breath pace, if your natural inhale is to 6 or 7 or even 2 or 3, then I'm going to recommend that's where you be today. So take an inhale wherever you're at and just exhale it all out. Begin with your inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Do 3 or 4 rounds on your own. If you lose count, that's okay. Just begin again. And see if you can do about 3 without getting too distracted, without getting pulled away. Maybe become the witnesser of your experience and tend to yourself as you're making these efforts. Tending to yourself is going to look different for everybody, but it may just be a gentle, good job. I'm glad you're here. Keep going. It doesn't have to be perfect. Place your right hand out to the right. Inhale, left arm up and over, and turn your gaze down to the floor towards your right hand. Press firmly into your right hand as you reach with your left hand, grounding your left sitting bone. Take one inhale here. On the exhale, rotate both arms up and over your head and plant your left hand to the left, pressing firmly into the ground or floor. Inhale to extend and reach your energy through your right hand as you ground your energy through your left hand. One more inhale here. Exhale, come up with both arms, look up, stretch your throat open. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring the back of your left hand to your outer right thigh and root your fingertips into the ground or floor. This is a dynamic movement. As you inhale, you're reaching and stretching up with your chest and crown of your head. And as you exhale, it's like corkscrewing down into the ground from your lower belly. Let's do that 2 times here. One more. With your next inhale, reach up, back up to center. Once more, stretch your throat up. And exhale, twist to the left. Root your fingertips. And as you inhale, reach up to the ceiling, reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, imagine your lower belly just corkscrewing down into your pelvis, down into the ground. Next inhale, reach up with your arms once more. Stretch your throat. Gather your energy into your palms and draw palms down to your heart. Let's come to hands and knees. Stacking your knees under your hips and your arm bones in one nice line. Spread your fingers wide. We'll open up our spine with some cat-cows. Inhale, arch your lower back and draw your chest and chin forward. Look up if that's okay for your neck. As you exhale, push into the ground and arch your back up. Tuck your chin. Move through this at your own pace with your breath, inhaling to undulate your spine into cow. Exhale into cat. As I inhale into cow, I'm getting just a fresh whiff of this lavender that's right in front of me. I'm sending that calming energy your way. Let's do 2 more at your own pace. And make this fluid. It does not need to be rigid nor perfect. Imagine yourself moving through water. And come to a neutral spine. And then you're going to turn and look towards your right heel or your left heel. And this is creating a C curve in your back. Stay for an exhale or 2. And with an inhale, come back to center. And exhale to look towards your left heel. Couple breaths here. And come back to center when you're ready. Reach your right foot long so your toes are touching the ground. And with an inhale, shift all your weight into your right hand. So spread your fingers nice and wide so your wrist is supported. And inhale, lift your left arm and right foot. This is called bird dog. It is a bit of a balanced pose. So try to hug everything into your center line as you reach out with the heel of your foot and your fingertips. Take 1 more breath here. Exhale, lower. Second side, reach your left toes back. Shift your weight into your left hand. And when you're ready with an inhale, reach forward and back. So imagine creating a nice long spine here. And exhale, return. We'll do this 1 more time on each side with a little bit more. So shift your weight into your right hand. When you're ready, step your right foot back. Inhale, lift. This time we're going to add a little bit of back extension. So if you can lift a little higher versus out, so reach out and then up. Exhale, come back down. Left toes back, shift weight into your right hand. Inhale. Shift your weight into your left hand and then inhale your right hand and left foot up. Reach forward and then up a little bit higher just to get a gentle spinal extension. Exhale, return down and sit back to child's pose. Let's take 5 calming breaths here. We've been pretty dynamic with our practice so far this morning. So just check in with your breath here. Inhale, walk your hands up to a kneeling position. And if you're okay with it, we'll come up to stand. So let's stand facing the long edge of the mat, toes facing forward, and stand about 1 leg length distance apart. Clasp your hands behind your lower back and reach your knuckles down towards the ground as you look up. Once more, stretching your throat. And then exhale, hinge from your hips. Bring your elbows up, your hands up as you forward fold. Bend your knees generously here. Take a breath. Bend your knees even more. Press into the floor to come all the way up. Turn your right toes towards the short edge of your mat. inhale, reach your arms out to a T. We're headed for warrior two. Turn your gaze over your right hand, your right middle finger, perhaps even just the fingernail. Take an inhale here and allow your shoulders to drop down your back. With your exhale, bend into your right knee. Reach your chest forward and stretch your fingertips long. Flip your palm up facing the ceiling. As you inhale, reach up and over, allowing your left hand to come down your left leg for rising warrior. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, place your right forearm on your right thigh and reach left hand up and over. It's a side angle. So we're going to move through that a few times. We'll come with our inhale through warrior two up to rising. And then with our exhale through warrior two to side angle. One more time. At your own pace with your breath. Again, a fluid movement. There's really no right way of doing this. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. Come back up to center. Pivot your toes forward. Exhale, hinge from your hips for a forward fold. Let it all out. You might even like to sigh. Bend your knees. Press into the floor and come all the way up. Turn your left toes. Reach your arms out to a T. And with an exhale, bend into your right knee. Find your drishti. Your drishti is that focal point. I recommended the right middle fingernail, so perhaps the left middle fingernail here. Once you feel like your drishti is set, flip your palm up. It's going to change your drishti, but not your focus. Inhale, reach up over your head. And then begin to move through this at your own pace, coming through warrior two into side angle. We're doing 3 of these. So let this be your own. Listen to your body for how it wants to move. A lot of people think that yoga is about getting the posture and the alignment exactly right. Let's do our last one. And there's a place for that. But for our Sunday yoga practice, it's just about arriving in our body and doing what feels good. Last one, come on up. Pivot toes forward and exhale, forward fold. Let it all out. Bend your knees, come all the way up. Heel toe just a little bit wider than your hip. And then exhale, come all the way down into Malasana. So if you could place your elbows between your knees, bringing your palms together, you could use the pressure of your elbows to help widen your knees. So you're going to feel in your hips likely. One more breath here. Press into your feet. And exhale, sit back. You can recline back on your mat. We'll go to constructive rest. Knees bent with your feet as wide as your mat. And just arrive here in this new foundation with your shoulders, your spine and hips making contact with the earth. There's no need to hold anything up. So just let it all go. See if you can tap into the experience of gravity holding you up so that you can just be. Inhale, knees to chest. Wrap your arms around your shins, perhaps the back of your thighs, or you could just place your hands on top of your knees. And we're going to take 5 gentle breaths here into your lower belly. When you're ready, spread your arms out to a T. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower both knees to one side, perhaps the right side first. And see if you can keep your knees relatively close together. And it's possible that the bottom knee is going to want to jut out further. And just see if you can keep the left knee with it. Turn your gaze to the left and breathe here. Inhale back to center. When you're ready, turn your gaze to the right and lower both your knees to the left. So let's just see if we can feel into the alignment of our knees and not need it to be perfect. Maybe even closing your eyes here and breathing into your lower belly. Excellent job. Inhale, come back up to center. Give yourself a hug. Bring your forehead to your knees and squeeze. Take a big inhale like you're sniffing the lavender. Just going to inhale a field of lavender. And exhale into Savasana. Spread your body across your mat. Maybe pull the flesh of your buttocks to the side. And just allow your body to relax, to get a little heavy. You might like your palms face down on the ground, or one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Let go of any holding in your hips or pelvis. Imagine your heart resting softly in your chest, not desiring something right now and not currently averse to anything right now. Just this sense of neutrality. Soften the corners of your eyes. And release any control of your breathing. Let your body breathe you. Once again, becoming the observer or witnesser to your experience. I sometimes like to imagine I'm a drone floating over me, and I can see my efforts here, my efforts to just be. With more and more practice, it takes less work to just be. We can truly not do anything to be, and that's enough. Because we live in this doing world, many of us are conditioned to always be doing. You've probably heard this before. We are human beings, not human doers or doings. See if you can just witness yourself being exactly how you are. No need to change anything. If you've been able to be a witnesser to your body breathing you, perhaps consider how this life force moving your breath is the same life force that roots and grows the lavender from the trees, the flowers, and grass. When you're ready, we're going to just do this really slowly, wiggle fingers and toes. And I can already sense you could slow this down by about 10%. So let's do that. And begin to roll wrists and ankles. Remember, we're beings, we're not doings. So what would it like to be moving through this process as a beer? Would your body move you? And how would it move? So begin to make those micro movements. They can be big, but let them be slow. When you feel you've reawoken from your Savasana, roll to one side and just pause for a moment. Press yourself up to your seat, where we will end with one more breath practice together. First, find a comfortable seat and just close your eyes. For our breath practice today, we'll be doing straw breathing. So you'll take a normal inhale, and with your exhale, purse your lips and exhale as if you're breathing through a straw. Whenever you're ready, we'll do the first together. You can take an inhale wherever you're at. Sigh it all out. And begin with your inhale. Inhaling all the way to the top of your capacity. Then purse your lips and begin to exhale. You may be able to sense in your body that as you're flowing out, as you're exhaling through this straw, imagine like a tiny little straw, it is slowing your breath down. And besides the pursed lips, nobody really knows you're doing this. So it's a great practice to calm your nervous system and to reset anytime you feel stressed or a little disorganized, a little overwhelmed. Let's do this 2 more times in your own to complete our practice today. Once you've completed, just rest with your eyes closed or your drishti set on one focal point and check in. How's your body feeling? How's your breath moving through your body? Without judgment, just noticing. How does your mind feel? You'd like to bring your hands to heart center, a gentle bow towards your heart. Thank you for practicing with me, and thank you for showing up for you. May this practice ripple outwards. Thank you.